Hi, Devin. I'll be starting in just a second. I'm still in psyching myself out mode. I don't know why. Also, I really hope you can't hear the sound of my fan whirring. It's been pretty loud nonstop for the last couple of days. And I've been told that when it's loud like that, it's because it's dusty. But I opened it up and there was no dust, but I still sprayed some condensed air on it, and that didn't do it. Closed it back up, turned it on, it was still whirring. So I don't know what's wrong with it. But I brought a new fan on Amazon, and it should be coming on Sunday. So hopefully I'll be able to replace it, no problem, and that'll fix my problem. You can hear it? Oh, damn it. Yeah, that's no good. Sorry. It's not, like, overpowering my voice, is it? At least not too much. I don't know. From now on, because of the incidents of not last night's, 2 nights ago stream with that call. I mean, I had my phone on Do Not Disturb, but I still saw my phone lighting up, so phone's going in face down mode right now. It's in timeout. Also, hello, Catherine. Good to see you here. How was your week? Got some lemon tea that I've got. Also, if you look at the Channel Point Redemption prices, you may see that I've raised the prices of a few things, including the Bean Boozled. Because you guys were mean to me last time. You abused me, and for a few hours after that stream, no matter how much I brushed my teeth or tried to drink, like, milk or whatever, something to just wash down the flavor, I could still taste the dirty dishwater in my mouth, and it was awful. Pretty crazy, but I'll tell you about later. This is just to deter you. I haven't taken it away. If I didn't want you guys to do it, I would have taken it away completely. But it's still fun. I just don't want you guys to spam me like that anymore. So it's gonna be a little more expensive now. Anyway, let's gonna show you the art that I've done. Before I zoom out, please don't judge me. I will put clothes on her. This was just for getting the anatomy done. I just wanted to get the anatomy right before I put clothes on her. And since Hap is just kind of a... Let's turn this down a bit. That's a bit loud. But, and if you're wondering why I drew clothes on Hap right off the bat and not really, well, I don't really care too much about getting Hap's anatomy right. Okay, this might be... Oh, shit. Okay, I got it. Who's the shirt? Oh, okay. Alright, hold on 1 second. I gotta switch my... Gotta move this over here. Come on. Hold on. I'll do your little redemption in just a second. I just need to resize this thing. There we go. Put it at a more reasonable size. Okay. You know what our mom would say if she saw it. What, about the drawing? Or something else? Actually, I gotta get this on camera only. Got another one under there. You can't catch me. I cannot be stumped. Oh, the drawing. I don't know. She'd probably say that it's I don't know, naughty or something. I remember when I was a kid, like, well, not kid, but teenager. We went on vacation, and she had used the computer while we were gone. And I think she, like, typed something in, but got, Google kind of auto-suggested DeviantArt to her, because I would go on DeviantArt a lot. And so she thought that, that DeviantArt was a porn site. Which, I mean, I guess to some degree it is. I mean, people do kind of post some really fetishistic Sonic Mpreg stuff on there, but that's not the point of it. But because she thought because it's deviant art. So when we got back from vacation, she's just like, have you been going on a porn site? Joel? Have you been downloading boobs again, Joel? Who's the shirt? Alright. How many points you got there? I hope you have a lot. Because, these shirts just keep on coming. They're never ending. You didn't get me this time. I win. Okay, gotta plug this back in. Sorry. Alright. Hap's head kind of bothers me because it's kind of shaped like a peanut. I'm gonna fix it, but that's the beauty of digital art. You can just make as many mistakes as you want. You can give him a peanut-shaped head and go back and change it. If this were watercolor, it would be far less forgiving. I don't know how to draw heads. I don't know how to draw anything. What is art? I'm just gonna... That. There we go. Devin hasn't said a word since I took off the shirt. He's absolutely... I've rendered him speechless. You know, all those points that you wasted on the shirt thing you could have used for Bean Boozled. But you didn't. That's your choice. Alright. Alright. Alright, you win. You win this time. 10 minutes into the stream and you win. I'm always winning. Fuck you. But at least I have this to, Right. Never said anything about putting stuff on. There's no rules against that. Want to know a secret? Chicken butt. Alright. What's the secret? Yeah. I'm a little shit. I've always got a backup plan. How many points you got left, eh? You know what, screw Hap right now. I'm gonna just work on Ridley's line art. Like, it's mostly lined for the most part, but I kind of want to fix it a bit. Because the lines aren't as neat as I'd like them to be. I was refunded my points, but I submitted them after the third shirt came off. 1,000 now. I was just refunding my points. So you are a little shit. You were cheating. You were using your mod privileges. Why isn't this... Oh, wait. Wrong layer. Doy. I'm like, why isn't this as dark as I want it to be? Line art is the worst. Absolute worst. But for what it's worth, I'm not really going to be spending too much time on the coloring anyway. Because I found that the fewer colors you use, the better it looks. You cheated too? Hey, I never said anything about putting stuff on. It was never in any fine print that I couldn't put anything on. Oh well. Alright, you know what? You can't put a shirt back on or wear 3 shirts. Who said that? All it says is lose the shirt. It doesn't say lose all the shirts. It says shirt in singular, not plural. Why don't you love me, Senpai? You know I love you. Oops. Why does my hand just does not want to cooperate? For those who just came in, I will put clothes on her. This is for anatomy purposes, okay? There's no indecency here. Now what am I going to FAP to? I don't know, man. There's Pornhub. Oh, what happened there? There we go. Sai had a little bit of a hiccup there. But, show me your tissue. Jeez, Devin, you're desperate. Cool it. Y'all need to cool it. I hate line art so much. I'm gonna fix these hands because they don't look right. These hands ain't right. Can't really put my finger on it, but it just doesn't bode well with me. These fingers. They look a little too stubby. Hands and feet. Those are 2 things that I suck at drawing. That looks a little bit better. It's a little less stubby than before. Pinky and ring finger especially. Yeah. These two will just like sausage fingers. By the way, is the balance of music and my voice okay? I'm not too loud. I'm not too much of a loud mouth. For once in maybe a couple of weeks, I'm not having a hard time talking. Whoa! That was wrong part. The words are seemingly coming a bit more easy tonight. Tonight. Okay, that finger's good. Hands look fine to me. Yeah, but I'm super critical of my own stuff. That finger's too thin. I hate fingers. How's Jordo doing, Catherine? How's everything for him at his work? Most of this is just going to be me drawing something and then erasing it. Rinse and repeat. You know, I kind of want to play Final Fantasy X too, but I gotta finish 10 first. That's fair. 10-2 kind of paled in comparison. Well, not kind of. It definitely paled in comparison to 10, and I know I'm not the only one who thinks that. It's like the stakes in 10-2 were just not up to par. If you could call them stakes, that is. Yeah, it sucked in comparison, but it's okay on its own. Yeah. I think I told you about how I played Final Fantasy X-2 before I played 10. And I didn't know that 10-2 was a sequel to 10. Well, I mean, I didn't... Because my mom, I was like a teenager, and my mom bought a bunch of PS2 games for Christmas and a PS2, and Final Fantasy X-2 was one of them. I think she mostly just picked out games that she liked the cover art of, and Radiata Stories was one of those games. Instantly. He's doing good, but I got some news about that and other stuff that I'll tell you about later. Okay, fair enough. It's separating the two games and viewing them as their own thing. Yeah. It's kind of like with Ghost. If you know, like a lot of people don't like Ghost because when they look at the cover art, they think like, oh, this is going to be some heavy stuff. Because it's got skulls and satanic imagery. But then you listen to it and it's like, what's the name of it? It's like Blue Oyster Cult, Scooby-Doo music. And I think it's because people go into it with the expectation that it's going to be like heavy metal. Or like death metal or something like that, and they don't get that. trying to make it look like a claw hand, like... I'm kind of indecisive about what I want to do with her right hand, the other one. The band, fuck Ghost, fuck Ghost. I don't mind them. But I wouldn't, if I had a metal playlist, I probably wouldn't put them on it. I would classify them as rock, maybe. I mean, some of their songs are a little more metal. But I know that you don't like them because they're too Broadway-y. There's too much dancing and theatrical stuff in it. I really would like to... I don't know. I feel like I should do something else with her hand. What do I want? I don't know what I want. At first I was going to have like one hand down and the other one's like going up like that. It would be like that, but I can't decide. Decisions. Actually, before I erase that. I'm gonna try drawing another arm that's going up like this. God, I hate this. Jesus Christ. I think the problem that I had before was that I tried to draw a hand going up like this, but it just looked kind of weird. So I think the one limp hand, or having them both limp, is the better decision. I never even saw their cover art. I got told to listen to them by my dad and hate it. Alright, well that's fair. I mean, at least you judge them by the way they sound, not the way their cover art looks. To each their own, I suppose. Okay, let's put, I'm gonna put like what's it called? A nightgown, that's what it's called. Because even though she never wears one in the game, she was wearing one in the manga, so I'm gonna do that. I feel like I need to explain the concept behind this to anyone who comes in. But, this is supposed to be Ridley. Obviously after she's gotten the transmutation and she's got Hap's soul inside her. And Hap comes out and he does what he wants. And you know, the white elf inside her is fighting for control, and she's trying to fight back. Let's go back to Hap. I'm worried that I'm not going to get hardly anywhere with this thing in the time that I intend to stream, but it's fine. Nudity is fine. It's artistic nudity. I really need to do something about his peanut-shaped head, though. It's bothering me. That bothers me. Stupid hap in his peanut-shaped brain. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but I actually don't like the singing version of this song, the one that's playing right now. It just feels excessive. And maybe it's because I'm used to hearing the karaoke version. What the fuck was that? The track skipped. Oh, that's a first. I've never had that happen before. But then again, I did load these songs directly from a CD, so maybe it got scratched. Who knows? Yeah, I remember that part of the song where it skips. Hap, I'm not too worried about. Like his lineup really doesn't have to be that precise, because he's basically a spirit, so he's gonna be kind of transparent anyway. So I think it's the best way to go about art is to just not care. Don't take it too seriously. Just relax and let mistakes be mistakes. All right. We don't make mistakes, we make happy accidents. God help me if I go into Bob Ross mode eventually. Remember to save. Good thinking, Nightbot. Save. This is actually a very useful thing for art. But incidentally, for games, not so much. Hopefully my fan won't be as noisy. Sorry. Next time I stream. I might not be streaming as much next week. Just because I don't know. I've never replaced a fan before. And I'm worried I'm gonna like fuck something up. I'm gonna break something. I already cracked something when I opened up my laptop. A little piece of plastic broke off, but I mean, I think it was very minimal damage. I'm heavy-handed, I break everything. Another thing about digital art that I like is that if I like, for example, I'm not too happy with the left side of his head, but I quite like how I did the right side, at least with the hairline. So I'm gonna Just select this. Control C, Control V. Selection. No. Layer. Flip horizontally. And I'm gonna bring it over here. Can't do that with your traditional art, can ya? Here. There we go. I don't know, maybe what? I can't draw, so maybe, oh, okay. Yeah, well, I mean, both things have their upsides and downsides, their advantages and disadvantages. His hairline is still kind of bothering me. I'm gonna pull up, this one piece that I did, how 3 years ago. If I can remember what it's called. But it's a picture of Ridley. And I kind of want to do something that's reminiscent of it. This is it. Like, I'm really proud of how this one turned out. And like, you see what I did with, you know, more emphasis on the line art and minimal colors. That's what I want to do with this. True symmetry OP. Yes, indeed, Kobuno. That is very true. And yet, it still doesn't look symmetrical. So I'm gonna do the horizontal flip test to see what exactly is wrong with it. Yeah, I can't tell. I mean, it looks fine, I guess. That's another thing. I mean, you can kind of do your own horizontal flip test with the digital art if you use Mirror. But it's not as convenient. How did I do her nose in this one? Like with the upturned nose. Oh. It looks awkward because it looks like he's like, you know, from a glance, if you don't realize that he's he looks that way because his face is up. It looks like he's a pig. He's got pig-nosed hat. Wink, wink. Anyway, so, how's everyone's day been? Any plans for the weekend? I have pretty much nothing going on for the weekend, except for movie night tomorrow. I think that's going to be at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Central. And we're going to be watching Harold and Maude. It's a little different from the stuff we usually watch, which is usually, like, bad movies and weeb shit. But it's a good movie. It's an old one. It's from 1971 or something. It's the closest thing to like a Valentine's Day movie that I could find. Control Z, Control Z, there we go. I usually try to pick something that's somewhat holiday relevant, but I don't really, there's not really, I mean, I guess a romantic film, but I'm not really into that stuff. Dentist appointment tomorrow. Oh, that sounds delightful. Is it just like routine stuff, or is there something that needs to be fixed? Or I don't know. It's none of my business. You don't have to answer that if you don't want to. Bops! Bops. Give him, B-Cops. Guys, go follow B-Cops if you're not already. He's a great streamer. He's just a really cool dude. Oops, sorry. Plays a lot of good games, too. A lot of, like, mostly retro stuff. Like, I think lately you've been playing, like, you played Donkey Kong lately, didn't you? Donkey Kong 64. Some other stuff, too. Snagging that Founder's Badge. Awesome. I like it. Oh, wait, no. He's not going to have any... I'm not going to give Hap any, irises or anything like that. It's just a regular checkup. I should go to the dentist. I'm overdue for a checkup. But the problem is I have Medicaid. And, at least the medical system that I'm in right now, the dentist office that they have doesn't accept Medicaid patients, so I'm probably gonna like send my insurance company an email and be like, hey, can you give me a list of dentists that you guys cover in my area? And that will probably solve that problem. But right. Devin playing a Game Boy Advance emulator games. What kind of games? I want to play Spirit Tracks. Not Spirit Tracks, Minish Cap. I'm already playing Spirit Tracks. But Minish Cap is another one that I want to play. But yeah, Devin reminded me yesterday, I think, about Radiant Historia, which is a game similar to Radiata Stories, in that it has a split timeline, and a lot of the development team from Radiata Stories they worked on Radiant Historia. But whereas Radiata Stories has only two paths that you can take, and they're kind of major decisions. Radiant Historia has like a bunch of tiny little like side timelines. Like it splits off multiple ways, and it kind of shows the butterfly effect of how the just tiny little decisions that you make, like whether you decide to take the north path as opposed to the east path, can lead people to being dead. When was the last time you went? I can't remember. And that alone should say that it's been too long. I think the last time I went to the dentist was it was definitely before I started university. So that long ago. I mean, for what it's worth, I don't really have that many problems. But I know it is it's probably good to get regular cleanings and all that stuff. I have dental, but it doesn't cover shit, just routine cleanings. I was playing some Yu-Gi-Oh games. Yeah, I feel like that might be the same situation for me. Like, Medicaid is just, like, kind of very baseline. But what I like about it is that I don't have to pay co-pays or premiums or anything like that. And I'm still able to use Walgreens as my pharmacy. Because apparently the insurance that I used to be on now updated their policy. Now, I think the co-pays are more expensive this year. And so are the premiums. Like, everything went up, and you can only get your prescriptions filled at CVS. And there's, the closest CVS is quite a ways down the street. So my dad's not too happy about that. His hair looks fine. Stop fiddling with it. Forgot how much they kind of suck, so I cheated to get unlimited money. Are you talking about Yu-Gi-Oh? I assume so. I don't think you're talking about... Oh, I love this song! This song makes me so emotional. This song and the end credits to Ocarina of Time make me so emotional. I forgot how much... Oh, yeah. Read that part already. I'm a much, like, slower drawer when it comes to digital stuff. Because I'm still a little more used to drawing on pen and paper, or pencil and paper. I've gotten better at it. I remember when I first got my tablet back in, what was it? It was 2008, 2009. It was just so awkward for me because I'm used to drawing like looking down at what I'm drawing, like doing that. But with a tablet, you're like drawing down here and looking over there, looking up at the screen. So it's just a little bit awkward of a transition. Cheat the dentist to get unlimited money. Right. I need more of this lemon tea. I need to stock up on more teas. I've been drinking tea like it's water. And it kind of reminds me of a conversation that I had with Robbie once. They were curious to know if there's any detriments to drinking too much tea. So they looked it up online, and it basically, there's no detriments really. I mean, it would be basically the same as drinking too much water, which you can drink too much water. There was a lady who died from drinking too much water, but it's one of those things where it's just like you'd have to drink a lot. And never pee. Another thing that you can't get enough of is vitamin C. That's another thing. Like any other vitamin, you can overdose on it if you take too much, but not vitamin C apparently. And I remember Robbie's mom saying that, and it's always stuck with me. I always think that whenever I get my vitamin C chewable gummies, I'm just like, I could eat the whole bottle. But I won't, because I've got more self-control than that. I'm an adult with agency. free the P. I think there's a few other vitamins that you can have unlimited amounts of. Anything that's water soluble, probably. I know that you were a nurse, so you probably have more medical knowledge than I do about biochemistry and everything. Fat-soluble vitamins you OD on because they stay in your fat. Oh, okay. That's interesting to know. I'm sure if I memorized which vitamins were fat-soluble and which ones were water-soluble, that would be useful information for me to commit to memory. I kind of wonder what would happen if I were to just eat a whole bottle or a whole jar of vitamin C gummies. This is the thing about having a face cam on, is you get to see the weird, like, tilts of the head that I make. I know when Robbie was streaming art, I think last night? Yeah, I think it was last night. I lose track of time. I forget what day it is all the time. But Robbie doesn't use face cam. It's only voice. And they're like, thank God you can't see me like doing all the head tilts and like... I'm like, yeah. I'd kind of be tempted to turn off a face cam, but I also think it's kind of funny that... I don't know. I want you guys to see the weird faces that I make. Part of that's the entertainment value. God, this is hot. I mean, to be fair, you really have to try to OD on fat-soluble vitamins. You just pee out the excess vitamin C. Would it be, like, very orange pee? I feel like it would be. Vitamins are so expensive, though. And probiotics, because my gastroenterologist suggested that I take probiotics, but they're so expensive. Like, you get like a tiny little bottle of them, and it's like you get a pack of 10 for $20 or something. Take it off. I might, honestly. I don't know why. It's getting to be a bit too much for me. I think it's because I have that light beaming down on me. So I'm getting very intense with the drawing. Just like my virtual students. What do they... something relating to vitamins, or are we talking about shirts and not being properly dressed? Speaking of which, I know I showed it to you, Catherine, and I showed it to you, Devin, but has anyone else here seen that video? You probably have. It's gone pretty viral within the past few days, but it's this video of a lawyer in a Zoom call, and he accidentally has the cat filter on. And the judge is like, I think you have a filter on your screen. And the guy's like, I'm trying to fix it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat. No, I was talking about not turning on the webcams. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I was talking about, okay, I get my probiotics from kefir mostly, that and apple cider vinegar. Do you actually drink that stuff? I put it in my hair, but I've never thought to drink it. It just smells so nasty. But kefir is good. Devin tried some. He didn't like the plain kind though. He got the like peach flavored one. Which that one it basically just tastes like peach yogurt. I thought it was good, but I also like the plain stuff too. I'm not a cat. Yeah, that was a good video. It's like that one video of the one woman, I think she was like, just worked for some company, but she had the potato filter on and she didn't know how to turn it off. Yeah, I make a drink with AVC, lemon juice, ginger, turmeric, and cinnamon. Drink it every morning. What's AVC? I know what all the other stuff is, but... This hand is not cooperating. Please cooperate, hand. Jordan wasn't a huge fan when he tried it, but I like it. Oh, apple cider. Duh, I'm stupid. I didn't put two and two together. I think as a rule, end credit music for video games has to make you cry at least a little bit. If it doesn't make you tear up, the composer failed. It has to give you this feeling of, holy shit, I did it. Fucking spindly fingers. They look like shit. This looks like a sea anemone. An anemone. This doesn't look like a hand. This looks like an anemone. Anemone. Those spindly fingers. Ugh. Figure out these things. I don't like you. Why won't you behave? I swear to God. There was once a time where I was actually pretty good at drawing hands. That was then, this is now. Excuse me. I have no doubt I could do worse. Also, hey everyone, happy Friday. Hello, Oni. Actually, you know what? Let's just shout everyone out in the chat. cat. Well, everyone who didn't already get a shout out that I can immediately see. There's a lot of like no games, but that's okay. Right. I really should have just taken a picture of my hand and used that as a reference. I'll do that right now. As I do this all the time. Whenever I'm like trying to get a reference of something and I can't. I don't feel like searching the interwebs. I just do it myself. That's his right. No, that's his left hand. Okay. That'll have to do for now. We'll use that as a reference. Okay. Try that on for size. That's a good hand. See, this is, I don't know if you can see the, if I hold it up. That's the hand picture that I took. It's alright, it works. Sorry, this probably isn't as entertaining to watch me struggle with hands. Oh, that one skipped too. That's a very skippy one. I skipped a couple of times. Okay. Actually, I just want to make sure. Okay. I have it so my mic is only supposed to be recording what's on this side of the mic, rather than all around. Because I'm trying to get it so it doesn't pick up my laptop noises, but there's only so much I can do about that. Yeah, exactly. It's not even so much about like watching the art. Like, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm watching art streams or like just streams in general, I mean, the game is part of it, but most of it, the reason I come is for the interaction, commentary. Just happy to be chilling for more than 20 minutes before working again. Plus, par for the course for an art stream. Yeah, that's true. I know you like you and Bops and I don't know who else is here, but you guys drop in on Robbie's art streams every now and then when they're doing one. And there's a lot of, like, you know, fiddling around and just like, oh, this doesn't work. That's just how they are. That's just how art streams are. I don't like that. Why are my fingers so fucking fat? Art streams, yeah. Pretty much. He spends so much time trying to perfect the hands. And, even when you have references like I do right now, it's still not enough. It's cool seeing the process of art pieces to me. Yeah. It's like watching a Bob Ross episode. The joy of painting. Except if I had a show like that, mine would be called The Agony of Digital Art and Drawing Hands with Henry. The Agony of Drawing Hands with Algandar's Plague Positive. Okay, the ring finger and the pinky finger are okay. I like them. I want to fix the ring or the middle finger though. It's a little bit. I just want to do something with that. And I think art streams, I mean, as frustrating as they can be at times, they're also sort of relaxing. They don't really have to think too hard like you do with certain video games. Like Spirit Tracks, oh god. Spirit Tracks, so many puzzles. I get stumped every time. I don't know. Maybe if I zoom out, it'll look okay. Yeah, that's alright. It'll do for now. That'll do, pig. That'll do. He looks like a pig. I need to... Also, if he's gonna be having his head up, I should probably move his nose up. Oops. Make him look even more pig-like. Oh, God. He's not a pig. I'm not a cat. I am not a pig. G'day, Ty. Oh, another thing about digital art is that if I think that his mouth is a little too narrow, I can just widen it like that, or narrow it if I think it's too wide. I'll transform it. Do that. There we go. Right. Still doesn't look right to me. I gotta just keep on like moving stuff around before, you know, move it around until it looks right. Does he have to have his mouth open? Maybe I could just have his mouth closed, and that'll solve that problem. I was gonna ask if this was Thai music. Yeah, it was. I've got a whole playlist of video game music, and oops, the soundtrack for Hotline Miami was gonna be on there, but I learned in the past when uploading my VODs to YouTube, Hotline Miami, for the most part, video game music doesn't get like a DMCA flag. But for whatever reason, Hotline Miami's music does. Even though it's good music, I have to take it off because I don't want there to be any problems when I upload it. That and covers. I had there was a stream where I played a cover of, what was it? It was a KK Slider cover of All Star by Smash Mouth. I didn't think that was going to be a problem, but I found out that covers aren't safe because YouTube can recognize the melody. God, this bothers me so much how he looks like a pig. I gotta fix that. I'm not a pig. Maybe I can just have it, like, slightly upturned. Not completely. And I'll do lighting on this too, like shading and lighting, to make it look more obvious that he's looking up and he's not pig-nosed. That's for later, though. That's for later. I think the problem with his face is that his cheeks are too round. You gotta take those in a bit. That's a little bit better. It's gonna be a lot of this kind of, like, just kind of moving stuff around until it feels right. Like, yeah, that looks fine. That's okay. That's acceptable. Okay. Looks pretty good. This song always reminds me of that that FIFA video with the FIFA glitches. I know I've shown it before, but it's a good video. Because they're playing this music in the video. forgot to change my streamer tags. Digital art. I had it as casual playthrough. That's not true. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's accurate. Okay. Guys, just doing this, I'm just like, wait a second, did I change the streamer tags? I mean, not that that really matters too much, I think. I don't think the tags really... I don't think most people search by tags. I could be wrong. I think most people search by category. Oh, it can be casual though, but I get you. Yeah, true. I mean, this is kind of casual, but at the same time, I am trying to make something that actually looks presentable in the end, because this is a gift for somebody. This song always reminds me of those weird early 2000s memes where people made song remixes using the Japanese line from this one Yu-Gi-Oh episode where Kaiba was yelling game controller commands. It was a weird time. Huh. I know we grew up around the same time, but I can't say that I remember anything like that. You probably weren't a Yu-Gi-Oh weeb. Yeah, that's probably why. I do remember the Yu-Gi-Oh abridged, though. And the prank calls that guy did. Like where he calls a Brooklyn pizza place and talks as Joey from also Brooklyn. Yeah, but does my accent sound authentic enough to work there? Or the one with Merrick. Say Kada, everybody wants you to. Kada! He has no neck. That's bothering me. His neck is not thin enough in comparison to the rest of his head. That's bothering me. That bothers me. That's wrong. One Tombland. One Tomb Lane, Tombland. One Egypt Lane, Egypt. And the guy just can't stop laughing. Are you making fun of my child? His name is Billy and he likes Xbox. You think it's funny that I have a split personality inside me? I forget the lines, but it was something like that, or something to that effect. I need to make his neck thin. I need to make it pencil neck thin. Give him a pencil neck. Thinner. Thinner. Make it thinner. His proportions are wrong. They bother me. Oh, did you ever watch the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge videos? Yeah, I thought we watched them together. I mean, I didn't really watch them extensively, so I don't really remember them that much. I mean, like, I can't really recite an episode to you, but I do remember Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Okay, let's zoom out, and see if his neck is presentable. No, it's not! Oh, that sucks. Oh god, I don't like it. What did I do with Ridley's? I mean, I kinda did the same thing with Ridley. I mean, it's just kinda like... maybe if I know. Let's try this. I'm just gonna copy and paste. Just use it as a reference. Is like a guideline. Ridley looks so good and Hap looks so fucking derpy. Just forgot that they were a thing until I searched YouTube just now because of the previous comment about the meme. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so... I want to line up... Gotta line it up this way. Wrong layer. Wrong layer. Transform. I love the transform tool. It's such a lifesaver. Okay. And Ridley does have a slightly bigger face. I think his eyes are a little too far apart too. I think that part of that is the problem too. I remember Pac-Man World 2. It's like just the difference that a couple of millimeters makes when it comes to proportions is astounding. This is good. I like this. I like the way this looks. Henry, a video from our favorite person. Oh, I see. Oh dear. In that case, I always just, you know, tell YouTube don't recommend this anymore. And if you've ever watched any of the videos, then I suggest removing them from your history as well. Someone told me that, like, if there's a YouTuber that you don't like or you're just tired of getting recommended to, I mean, yes, tell YouTube not to stop recommending, but also take their videos out of your watch history, because that will kind of help it along. Okay, we're achieving something with his face. Something. His face is a little too far to the side, though. He's still got... I don't like it. I don't like it. I wouldn't have this problem if I... Here. You know what, maybe what I should do is just... I'm gonna do a sketch layer. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sketch it out. I mean, I sketched it out on paper beforehand, but... Maybe doing it a second time will kind of tell me what I'm doing wrong. Okay. God, I hate this. This is torture. No, this is not working. Fuck that. Ugh. Fucking hell, man. Maybe if I just... I think his neck needs to be a little bit longer and his face shorter. I hate proportions, I hate drawing, I hate art. Curse everything. I hate my life. I hate life. Hi. I like the proportions of this one better. I'm gonna copy it and use it for the other side. Control V. Horizontally. There we go. No, it's essentially the same. Or is it? How embarrassing. Okay. I tell you, the... Merge it. The soundtrack for Crystal Chronicles is something else. I like the sort of Celtic sounding music in this game. This looks better. This is looking fair. And if anyone out there can sort of spot any errors, like, oh, the eyes are too far apart or something like that, then feel free to speak now or forever hold your peace. I am open to critique, especially since I'm so critical myself. I'm gonna move his nose and mouth a little bit to the left, because they look a little bit off-center. I've never watched any of his stuff, though, so it's weird he popped up. Yeah, I guess so. I guess it'll happen. I guess just, clicking do not recommend me. Do not recommend this YouTuber anymore. Ah, fuck. Never. Sorry. That's an acceptable face. Okay, it doesn't look like a peanut as much anymore. Now to go back to fixing whatever's going on with Ridley. Flip horizontally. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, I know how to get rid of it. I just wanted to tell you about it. That's fair. Oh, that's quite a story, Mark. What a story, Mark. Okay, so this... Oops. I'm gonna do more with this nightgown thing of hers. I'm actually quite proud of the job I did on the legs and torso for this. For some reason, this music sort of reminds me of Harry Potter music, but this is from Skyward Sword. It's that kind of like flying music. It sounds very kind of... It reminds me of the flying music in the Harry Potter game. Chamber of Secrets, I think it was. I need to look at some point, a reference image of that picture of Ridley where she's in her nightgown and do something with that. Because I really have no idea what to do aside from just the basic shapes. Let's do that. I felt kind of weird drawing her mouth open like that, because it just, I don't know, it looks a little bit wrong. And I don't know, maybe I will close her mouth, but it's like, I was thinking more in terms of like, if you're limp, and like you got your head back like that, it's really hard to close your mouth. It's like, even if you like just tilt your head all the way back, it's impossible to close your mouth, so that was my thinking. It's just, there's no way in hell that she would be able to be in a comatose state and have her mouth closed. I mean, what's wrong with the mouth? Nothing's wrong with it. I don't know, it just kind of, like having the mouth open, it just kind of looked, I don't know, wrong. But I mean, realistically, the mouth would be open in a position like that. Though I think that this should come out a little bit more. Good old Shadowgate. I love this game. But it's a game that I can beat very quickly. I think the last time I streamed the game, it only took me 2 streams to finish the entire game, from start to finish. And then Frogger, that game's even shorter. That game... I was able to both do a speed run of it, and then just do a regular run. Well, I did the regular run first, and then I did the speed run. And I all did it within the span of like 3 or 4 hours. The speed run itself only lasted for an hour. Yeah, I did Frogger in an hour for a speed run. That's the only game I've ever speed ran. I know Close to War, he does a lot of like JRPG speedruns. I could never do that. JRPGs are just impossible to speedrun in a manageable amount of time. Because there's so much grinding and stuff. I know when Close to War was doing his Radiata Stories speedrun, the way that he was sort of doing it was he was avoiding fights with enemies that wouldn't offer him very much experience. And of course, you know, it's all relative to what level that you are. So in the beginning of the game, like, yeah, he was fighting he was like fighting the ants and stuff. But he was basically I think he made a list of all the enemies that have the most, or like that are the best enemies to fight for different levels that Jack is in the game. Something like that. I don't remember. Robbie might remember because we watched that speedrun together. Sorry, I keep on mimicking the poses that yeah, I'm trying to get it accurate or as much as possible anyway. I want to do Chameleon Twist of multiplayer, but I would need another person to do that with me, and I still haven't figured out how to to emulate stuff like co-op. I know that there's a way. I just haven't really figured it out myself. Okay. Nope. Nope, we're not doing that. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna pull up the that picture of Ridley in the nightgown and see. Yeah. Where did I post it? It was Song of Ridley. That was it. I don't remember though which chapter it was in. I know it's at the part where she loses the pigtails. Maybe it's in chapter 4. Where is it? I'll find it. Okay, we're at the Parsec part. She still has her hair up. I'm basing this entirely off of whether or not I can see her pigtails still in the fan art, or not the fan art, the art. Okay, so we skipped it. Maybe it's the last one. I think I found it. Yeah. Something like that. Open. There's another one. Find the next page. Yeah, that's not really much of a nightgown. It's just a white elf's outfit. Maybe I should just put her in a white elf's outfit now, who knows? I thought it was like a nightgown thing that she was wearing. Sorry, this is probably not very interesting. It's me staring at the screen going, I see. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is just kind of like a white elf outfit. Yeah, alright, well. Yeah, I guess it won't do. There's a short sleeve shirt. Okay, well, now we know. Now we know what it looks like. I'll just scratch that. Or the sleeves. Gotta do the sleeves now. She had some sort of collar. Yeah, it goes like that. It's like a V-neck. She got that V-neck collar. Let's see. Erase that. Oops. Oopsies. Went too far. Did not want to do that. This is sort of like, a Ridley version of this picture of Hap that I did years ago. I'm gonna see if I can find it. It's here somewhere. This is it. But I made the mistake of having him have a closed mouth, which is anatomically incorrect. That is wrong. Also, these feet, I'm a bit, I don't like them. There's two things I can't draw, hands and feet. Life would be a whole lot easier if, they didn't exist. Now I'm starting to understand why amputee fetish artists, like, maybe they don't actually have a fetish, they just straight up hate drawing hands and feet. It's too much of a pain. Like, they don't actually actually have a fetish for it. Amputees, they're just like, I just don't feel like drawing it. I don't feel like drawing these wiggly things. I'm gonna fix these heels a bit. Her big toe looks a little too big. It's a little too big. Okay. I hate your amputee porn logic. I mean, it makes sense. And honestly, if there's a market for it, it's like the people who draw furry art even though they're not, like furry porn, even though they're not a furry themselves. I remember there's this legal advice thread on Reddit, and there was this guy who's he's like, I'm being sued. Okay, so one of my clients. So I'm a furry artist, but despite not being a furry myself, And one of my clients found this out and threatened to sue. I thought that he was joking, but today I got something in the mail. He got something in the mail about it. I want to see if I can find it. Come on. It was actually pretty funny. It'll take a while for Chrome to boot up, but in the meantime, I'm just gonna continue working. Okay. I wish that there was a tool in Paint Tool Sci that would make it so you automatically, your lines are automatically thick. Come on. Come on now. Don't be like that. You know what? It's probably a good idea to save right about now. While it's on my mind. Okay, Reddit, legal advice for an artist. Okay. Straight lines are not my friend. You know, why don't I just do this line work? Should have done this all along. Control Z. Line work is I forgot that the line work layers things exist. Come on, Google. Okay. Here it is. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys the thing. Okay. I think this is the right one. No, that's the wrong one. Display one. Make that a little bit bigger. Pennsylvania. I do furry art for a living despite not being a furry. One of my clients learned this and and told me he would sue me for fraud and lying. I brushed it off, but I got something about it in the mail today. Isn't that lovely? What can you even sue for? What can you even sue for in that case? Well, I don't know. Let's see if the comments have any advice. If you did not claim to be a furry as a condition of selling your work, there is no case for him. Also, you also would have no case for him exposing you as he is telling the truth. Okay, so I guess the client was threatening to expose him. Anyway, that's that. I just thought that was funny. Okay. Actually, Control Z. There we go. I should have done this from the start. Oh well. You live, you learn. I mean, it's like, it's not really that I learned, but it's just... Because I knew that the line work thing... I knew that this was something that you could use, but I very seldom take advantage of it. Okay. So what's everyone doing right now, those who are looking, if you're listening anyway? Are you guys eating dinner? Having some good grub? Whoops. Control Z. There we go. Laying in bed, staring at a candle. Is it the candle that I got you? The what is it, eucalyptus? Scrolling Reddit. Are you reading that legal advice post? Waiting for Joda to come home. Oh, okay. Yeah, he usually comes home later, because he He works in a restaurant. I'm sure there's, like, you know, inventory to do afterwards and along with cleaning up. What do you mean select stroke does not exist? Don't give me that. Don't say that. Come on. Whatever. I'll fix it later. Don't like that one. I'll do the ankles later. That's for later. The legal advice post that I was just talking about, I'll show you. It was the one about the furry artist. He was basically this furry artist who was being sued by one of his clients after he found out that he's not actually a furry. They closed at 10 and he was called like 20 to 30 minutes ago to say he was not leaving work. So he should be home any minute now. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna put this there for you guys to read. Not sure I heard about that. The good thing is that, at least looking at my sound mixer thing, I can, even though I can hear my fan loud and clear, it doesn't seem to be picking it up on the mixer. So that's good at least. Hopefully that means that my mic isn't picking it up. Finish that one. Okay. Okay. So you read the post? I take it. Yeah, this is turning out pretty good. It's not too bad. Yeah, it's, it's a pretty funny post. Okay, that's that. Begin! I love the line work. The line work tool makes life so much easier. I'm just regretting not using it sooner. Ooh, it's Oren's theme. Devin. It's your DILF husbando. Oren is best DILF husbando. that's a better profile than the original drawing. Okay. We're making progress. We're getting somewhere. We are achieving something. Yay, progress. Oopsies. Yeah, yeah. 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 Yay, looks good. Looks good so far. I'm not ashamed of it. At least not anymore. It actually looks somewhat presentable. I'll convert all of this to just a regular layer, if I can, after I'm done with it. The one thing about line work layers that I don't like is that they have a tendency like, they don't take into effect, or take into consideration pen pressure. Like, so for example, like, when it does a line, it's the same thickness. But with pen pressure, the line will be a different thickness depending on how hard I press down. But that doesn't take that into effect. So, into consideration, sorry. I'm forgetting how to words right now. Just do. Okay. Oops. It's tea time. Okay. All right. Had to say that. Forest Temple. I was watching, what's his name? I was watching Floyd Mason streaming Ocarina of Time, and when I came in, he was in the Forest Temple. I was telling him how nostalgic that music was to me. It's funny, on his file, his save file, he's got it, he's got his name as Mason, but it's all in caps. Really. Do a separate one for Hap. I'm kind of grateful that the person who this is for is not here right now to see me making all these mistakes. But, I mean, at the same time, if I didn't want people to watch me make mistakes, I wouldn't be streaming it, would I? I remember how self-conscious I used to be about not just streaming in general, but streaming art. It's just like, oh my god, people are watching me. People are watching me make mistakes. But I eventually got over it. Actually, you know what? There's something about his hairline that doesn't sit right with me. I think I know what it is. I think he needs to be higher up because he's looking up. Okay. That looks better now. Okay. Yeah, that looks okay. Okay. There we go. That looks good. That's acceptable. I love this. I love the way it turned out. So far. We still gotta do the coloring. I've got 10 hours of video game music to get through. We're not gonna be running out of music anytime soon. This is a little over 10 hours of video game music. Alright, let go. There we go. Okay. Oops. Nope, didn't want to do that. Be careful which ones I erase and which ones I weave. I want to get rid of the old hairline. So what I was gonna do, aside from having Hap and Ridley in there, I'm gonna have like these random white elf souls, just kind of like, you know. But I'm gonna add those in later. Cleaned up some of my layers there. Love how my cat doesn't like people food, but still feels the need to jump in my lap and shove her face in whatever I'm eating anyway. Right? It's almost like she's doing it just to annoy you. She's saying like, hey, pay attention to me. I don't like that color. I don't like the way it looks. I'll fix it. Just get rid of it for now, and then I'll figure out what to do with it later. Ridley. I'm gonna put Hap a little bit higher up, so I'll have more room for the elf spirits. That I'm about to draw. No, this one doesn't need to be a line work one. I can just freehand it. New layer. Ooh, below average gamer. Thanks for that raid. Gonna give you a shout out. Whoop, there we go. There we go. Thanks, bro. You did it before I could. As always. My mods are on the ball. Devin, bro, they're all good. How's everyone doing tonight? How was your stream? Oh, Hotline Miami. I was just talking about it and how I can't upload any songs that involve. Or I can't upload any videos that involve Hotline Miami songs to YouTube, otherwise I'll get a DMCA. Oh, okay. Thanks for that that gift sub to the Rook Oni. Awesome. No promises there. I'm half asleep. I heard the goodbyes while I was working. Both. Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's fair. Chaotic, that game is insane, yeah. And it sucks. The music's good, but I can't play it in my streams because YouTube doesn't like it. Oh, you're stealing music. You're stealing music. Okay. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. It's something. I'm trying to draw these, like, elf spirits, but they're, like, really supposed to be creepy looking. They look like aliens, though. Okay, that didn't work out. I'm still in line work mode, so I'm in the habit of just like tapping instead of dragging. Oh well. Oops. Okay. Are you guys hearing my laptop fan again? I hope not. I think it was... my microphone was doing a pretty good job at drowning it out. But I think it's back again. I can kind of see on my audio mixer that it's... even though I'm not talking, it's making a noise. I am in need of food, so I'm gonna skate. But I'll be working and have a great rest of the stream. Okay, good. Bon appetit, and thanks for the work. Hope the noms are good. Alright, then we'll call that one Alf1. Alright. It's a good enough name as any. Oh, I forgot to mention, for those of you who came in with the raid, my name is Algandar's Plague Positive. I usually do, like, retro games. Like, I mean, I'll play other things too, but most of the games I play are like, you know, Nintendo games or JRPGs like Radyata stories that are from the late 90s, early 2000s. But every now and then I'll do an art stream like this. And yeah, so if any of that interests you, consider following me. If not, then totally understandable. I'm in a bit of a zone here, so my commentary may not be as good as it was at the beginning of the stream when Devin tricked me into taking off all my shirts. I had 3 shirts on, and he used his plague pill points to get me to take off all 3 of them. Clearly putting them to good use. Know what? I don't know. He put his shirt back on. Can't add a shirt. Hey, I never said I couldn't. And besides, it's not a shirt, it's a hoodie. It's a zip-up hoodie. You don't control me. You don't make the rules, I do. Oops. Fuck. It's not working out. Please, please. Behave. Behave, lines. Show you the nip. There's a nip. It's a little nippy. Devin's being a brat. But he's my brat. Alright. Okay. I've been working on this for 2.5 hours and I still haven't gone through all of the line art. I suck. Oh well. It's been a long time since I've done digital art, so bear with me. Control X, Control V. Okay. You and Nightbot are being so mean. Well, it serves you right. You were mean to me last stream. You spammed me with Bean Boozled. That was not nice of you. you and Mason and everyone else, I had the taste of dish soap in my mouth for hours after, thanks to you. It's all in good fun, though. But you can't spam me anymore. If you really want to Bean Boozle me, you gotta save up for it. Oops. Nobody give Devin a crumb of nipple. We made you eat beans out of love. No! No, no, no. You saying the whole, nobody give Devin a crumb of nipple, it reminds me of that picture of, what was his name? He was like Robin Hood, but like he's a fox, and he's wearing the glasses to make him look blind, and he's holding a cup like, spare nipple, spare nipple. Screenshot for the blocked. Screenshot for the blocked. Henry loves not his fans. For shame, Henry. Curse Henry for generations. I thought you were my only fan. That's how it goes. I kid. Minish Village. I was just saying before that I really want to play, or replay rather, Minish Cap. See if it passes the horizontal flip test, which it does. I'm glad for that. Oh, that's right. Everyone leave. I'm only. You're my only fan. All right. We're gonna be getting into the fun stuff soon, I promise. I'm almost done with the line art. I'm like just inches away. Oh shit. This is supposed to go on a new layer. Not that it really matters too much, but I like to keep my layers in order. I don't know. Shell! Okay, guys. Shell just hit affiliate. They had their first affiliate stream today. So that's where they're coming from. I'm gonna go shout Shell through time. Yeah, so they were playing Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Go give them a follow. And a subscription if you can. Because now they can get subscriptions. You can sub to them now. Raid. Raid. I'm on the working on Creepy Elves stage. I really want to make more, I really want to make more tea. But I want to stay here for the Raiders just for a second, just to tell you, give you a little bit of an introduction to me. My name is Algandar's Plague Positive, but I know that that username is a mile long. So you can either call me Algandars or Henry. Henry's usually easier. Sometimes I do cosplay streams whenever I'm playing Rod Yada stories, or if you redeem enough points. There's an option. There's an option to have me play a game of your choice in the cosplay. Tonight's not a cosplay stream though. This is an art stream. I don't usually do this because inspiration is just so fleeting. But I usually play video games. I usually play games like that are from the late 90s, early 2000s, but every now and then I'll branch out and play something different. Oops. So if that sounds like it's up your alley, feel free to follow. If not, totally cool. Listening to the soundtrack to the RPG Maker horror game, and the music is giving me flashbacks to playing it between. Okay. How's it going tonight? It's going good so far. And thank you for the follow, Battle Girl Dimples. Let's can someone give them a shout out, if possible? You are all Shells Bells. Also, did the name Shell the Bell come from Animal Crossing? Because I know that for a while your icon was an Animal Crossing character, like your avatar. Well, howdy, Henry. Indeed. Some people call me Hank just to piss me off. I mean, I don't really mind being called Hank. But if you do call me Hank, I'm gonna be forced to talk to you in a Texas accent. Dang it, Bobby. If anyone has spare 6,000 points, if anyone can spare 6,000 points to make him take his shirt off, what the fuck was the name again? Who followed? Oh, it was Battle Girl Dimples. There we go. Oh wait, hold on. I need to mod you. Hold on. Mod. Shell. There we go. Try it again. There we go. Welcome to the Sword Club show. You have been knighted. You are officially a knight of the kingdom. Okay. Love King of the Hill. Oh, you're from Texas? Oh, nice. Is that, would you say it's accurate to, I mean, obviously it's a TV show, it's fictional, but, like, would you say that, excuse me, I think it's tea time. Would you say that the archetypes are fairly similar? I don't live in Texas, but I do live in a big city and in a particularly gentrified neighborhood. So I find Portlandia rather relatable. The hipster types around here. You have to fight now, Rule, since we have sword. You got to battle to the death. I'm gonna put on some water for tea, because I really need my tea to be topped off. I mean, I do have water, but it's not the same. Excuse me. I'll be back in just a wee second. Put on my BRB screen. All right, I'll be back later to collect my water. Let's do. Oh, I forgot. These ears aren't real. They come off. Totally blew your mind there. I got these pretty cheap on Amazon, and they have good sound quality. They've lasted me for quite a long time. Anyway, so I've seen now. Yeah, I think they were like about like $10 or like no more than $15. They were a pretty good price for what they are, and the sound quality is good. I was expecting when I got them to be like just shoddy quality, but I'm pleasantly surprised with it. You're not an elf. No, I never was. No, I actually I am. But a human cut my ears off, so these are prosthetic. They were amputated. First no nips, now face ears. Yeah, fake ears. Exactly. Okay. I love the song. This edgy Final Fantasy music. I might need to turn it down a bit. In Final Fantasy? Yeah. I was just talking to... so when I went to go visit Devin, about a month ago... Yeah, it has been a month ago. We were playing Final Fantasy X. Well, not we. He was playing and I was watching him. But, we were just talking about how, well, I played Final Fantasy X too, before I played 10. I didn't realize that in my, my stupid teenage years that, 10-2 was actually a sequel to 10. Didn't put 2 and 2 together. And so I'm playing this game and, like, you go and talk to Wakka and he's like, hey, do you remember me, Yuna? And I'm just like, I've never met you in my entire life because I hadn't played 10. But, 10-2, I mean, it's okay, I guess, but the story just kind of pales in comparison to 10. I played and he fell asleep on my shoulder. Yep, that's how it goes. But Auron is best. Auron is, best Dilf. Still haven't played through a Final Fantasy game. That's fair. Is it just because you hadn't had the opportunity, or you just don't particularly care for the series? I have to admit, I'm not a huge fan of turn-based stuff, but I mean, turn-based has its advantages and its disadvantages. I was talking to Ad about this earlier. Like, the disadvantage for turn-based stuff is that you, when an enemy hits you, you're just kind of forced to stand there and take it. Whereas with, free-for-all, or what's the opposite of turn-based? You can just kind of avoid it however you want. For the most part. But, with turn-based, you have more time to think and to strategize. So there's that. I just know that there are a lot of them, and the story is extensive, so I really need to dedicate time to it. That's fair. I think that, I mean, I think with the exception of, like, a few games, each Final Fantasy game is its own story. So, for example, like, you know, 10 isn't a sequel of 9, it's its own separate story. But 10-2, since it has 10 in the name, it's a sequel of 10, if that makes sense. And then, of course, there's Crystal Chronicles, which is completely separate from the numbered Final Fantasy games. Nope, that's my tea. But Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is pretty good. And it's not turn-based. So if turn-based kind of turns you off, it's something to consider. Be right back. Get my tea. I love electric kettles. They're not as obnoxious as regular kettles. The ones that whistle. Turn-based is just fine with you? Alright, yeah, that's fair. Okay. Well, I've seen. Let's go. Uh-oh, where did I go? There I am. I'm here. Okay. Look, I can't play random ones. I gotta start with the first one, okay. Okay, that's fair. I don't really know too much about Star Wars. I never got into it, but, is Star Wars, like, set up in such a way that you have to watch it from the first movie in order to get what's going on in the other ones? Or can you just pick up any old movie and be able to watch it and understand what's going on? Please. What? 4, 5, 6, then 1, 2, 3, I think. Yeah, I know that, that's another thing about Star Wars, is that the movies are not really in chronological order. Like, the events of, I guess how you would put it, like, the events of the fourth one or something are what happened first. I don't know. Again, this is, beyond my level of expertise. How do you feel about Dragon Quest? Dragon Quest is fun. I think, if I recall correctly, that's the game that, it has really nice orchestral music in it, but it just sucks because the guy who composed it is kind of a piece of shit. But I played Dragon Quest, I think 8. Hold on, let me look. It's on the back of the Radiata Stories thing. Okay. They advertised it on the back of the... Yeah, Dragon Quest 8. That's the one that I played. Oh, and this is my copy of Radiata Stories that was signed by Bryce Papenbrook. Yeah, I don't know, it's the square in there, but oops. He only vaguely remembers Radiata Stories, but I mean, he does remember it because his dad was in it, and well, he was in it obviously too. But fun fact, well, it's not really fun, but Radiata Stories was one of the last, if not the last, game that Bryce Papenbrook voice acted in with his dad before he died. Before his dad died, that is. They made the first 3, but then they made a prequel trilogy, and then it got stupid. That's how I was instructed to watch it and work it out. It worked out, okay. My dad sat me down to watch the original 3. One second now, I have minor trauma and hate the movies. Oh dear. Okay. I'm gonna... Which elf is this one? I think that's the first one. Yeah, elf number 1. Okay. Whoops. I think 3 was the one I hated the most. I couldn't stand getting through it. I watched one of them in my tech lab class in middle school, and I have no idea why. Like, one day they're just like, yeah, we're gonna watch the 4th Star Wars. Enjoy. I think it was the 4th one. I just remember... It was the one with, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. That was the one that we watched. With, hey kids, we're gonna watch Star Wars today. It's not tea time yet. It's still too hot. Hey, Monster Cat Knight. Glad you can make it. Yeah. I know we keep on missing each other for streams, but I'm glad you were able to make it. There we go. There we go. No game. Did I put that in right? Ah, well. Either or. It doesn't matter. I think I'm ready to start coloring this. I'm just gonna say screw it. I'm just diving right in. Color background. Okay. I'm gonna do like kind of a bluish, kind of wispy. Which one do I want? I'll use water. Use a watercolor brush. No, that's not working out. No good. It's no good. What should I use? Best acrylic, maybe? Will that work? Yeah, this works fine. Shading. You are not my friend. Best acrylic. Maybe I should have used, what's it? I should have used, the airbrush. I don't know. I'm just doing it as I go along, to be honest. I have no idea what I'm doing. Been just kind of waffling around with this drawing for the longest time. It's taken me longer than it really should be for me to complete this, but I'm a little bit rusty on I'm a little rusty on digital art. It's been a while. I hope you guys can't hear the, my fan's making weird noises right now. It's been having some trouble lately, but I've got a new fan coming on Sunday, so hopefully I'll be able to get it replaced. Have everything all solved. This is turning out okay. Okay-ish, anyway. Can't hear anything in the background. Okay, that's good. I was just looking at my audio mixer, and I could see that my mic was making noise even though I wasn't talking, so I got a little bit concerned. But I think that my mic has learned to tune it out by now. I'm not hearing it. I think it's all good. Okay, well that's good. At least you can't hear it. I can. Oh my god, Sims 2. Anyone remember that game? That was the first game, the first Sims game, where you could actually have sex. You can make your Sims have sex in that. I was so traumatized playing that game. I was like, I forgot how old I was when the game came out. I think it was like 12 years old. And I saw that. I was like, holy shit. my virgin eyes. Under airbrush. Didn't know how much longer you're going to be live, but greetings. Hello, Ad. We were just talking about you. Guys, for those who don't know, Ad is a longtime friend. I forgot when I met him. What year was it? 2015, I think? Maybe? I don't know. But he recently started streaming. He just did his second stream. Was it yesterday? I think so. But can we give him a shout out, one of the mods? You could have sex in the first one. No, you couldn't have sex. No, you couldn't. All you could do was have your Sims kiss a bunch of times. Your Sims would just kiss a bunch of times, and then there would be a pop-up that says, should we have a baby? And if you click yes, like a baby appears in, like a baby crib appears in a bunch of daisies. Sims 2 was the first one where you could have sex. What was it called in the first game? Did you just get a phone call to adopt a baby? You could do that, but in The Sims 1, the way you had babies was you had two, well, male and female Sim kiss a bunch of times, and then the pop-up would eventually come up that they could have a baby. I have no idea what I'm doing with these eyes. I have the wiki up and it says a list of places to have sex. It gives you a list of places. I can't remember when we met either. I have a poor sense of time and you guys were talking about me. Yeah, I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, it was, we were talking about turn-based RPGs, how when you were doing your practice stream, you and I had a conversation about like the benefits and like the drawbacks and the benefits of turn-based RPGs versus just like regular free-for-all. That's what we're talking about. You needed the heart bed or a hot tub? Oh, maybe you're right. I don't remember that though, because I had Sims Hot Date, which I believe is the one that you could have the heart bed on, but maybe I just never tried it, so that's why I never found out. But I remember Sims 2. That was my first exposure to it. To woohooing, as it's called. They mentally scar you by showing you a censored sex scene. But at least they have the decency to censor the name. Call it Woohoo. You know this song? Yep. I got some Rod Yada Story songs in here. This is my video game music playlist. I don't know what I'm doing with these eyes. Hab, what are you doing? There's gonna be something with, there is no bore tool. I gotta improvise. There we go. That counts as a blur. No, Hot Date, that was for Sims 1. But I do remember, I think it was the second expansion pack to come out for Sims 1, if I remember correctly. I had all of them. Except for Vacation. I didn't have that one, but I had everything else. Down a bit. My first exposure to sex was a very detailed. Oh yeah, that was Sims 2 wasn't my first exposure to that, but it was definitely my first exposure to video game stuff. My mom, she was very open and honest about the birds and the bees, which was kind of weird because she was like prudish in some ways. Like she seemed to think that masturbation was bad, but then she would like if we'd watch a movie and there was an implied sex scene, she'd be like, "They're having sex," you know. I'm just like, okay, thanks. I didn't need to know that. But I mean, I did know that, but thanks for letting me know. And I think it was because she was raised Catholic, so it's just like she probably had a lot of questions that never got answered because Catholics, especially in the 1950s, were very prudish. You don't ask questions like that. Oops. My mom was just bought a bunch of encyclopedias before I was born. I remember looking through the pictures when I was 6. I know that's the truth. Yeah. Oh, about Catholics, or? I was joking before in Robbie's stream that, like, because I think we were talking about having a lot of nieces and nephews and half-siblings and stuff, or just siblings in general. And I was like, yep, that's Catholic families for you. I've got, like, so many cousins. And I've got 5 older siblings. Oh, yeah. Mom is a devout Catholic, grew up extremely sheltered. My mom, she was raised pretty devoutly Catholic. She went to Catholic school and everything. But, I think growing up, she felt that it was just a little too strict. So she didn't raise us as Catholic. And it was kind of the same thing with my dad. Like, his family is Catholic, but they're a little less so. They're not as conservative. My family is a bunch of German Catholics, Irish Catholics, and Polish Catholics. It's Catholic all around. My grandpa was Catholic. He was the 5th oldest of 18. Oh, wow. Crazy. Preschool through 8th grade, and then my junior and senior year. Yeah. I remember when I was in high school, it was picture day for the extracurricular clubs and like sports and stuff like that. And I think I was either waiting to get my picture taken for Otaku Club or it was either that one or German Club. I think it was German Club. But anyway, I was waiting outside of the theater where they were taking our pictures, and I met this girl who had just transferred from a Catholic school, and she was part of the school's LGBT club, and she was like super stoked that she could like express herself and not have to worry about like getting kicked out of school or having anyone having anything to say about it. And I remember she was talking to me. She's just like, yeah, boys are so gross. Like, but women, they're so soft. And I'm just like, well, I mean, to each their own. I like them both. Okay. Brush. Hairbrush. There we go. Whoops. Wrong one. I'm just not. It's not a good day for me to draw or do anything. And my brain, my mojo's just not there. Catholic school is the easiest way to turn someone off of Catholicism. I remember I saw this one quote. I think it was a Tumblr post, actually. Either that or a Twitter post, but it was basically the best way to ensure your kids never grow up Catholic is to send them to Catholic school. It works every time. Indeed, indeed. Let's, I have no clue what I'm doing here. Believe in your mojo. I feel like Austin Powers. My mojo! Lost my mojo. I think if I just do it with a hard brush rather than an airbrush, I'll have a better idea of like what I'm doing. Okay. It's a start. Actually, you know what? I should probably establish a color palette for this. Okay. Probably should have done that from the start. Oh well. You live, you learn, right? This is gonna be my palette. There we go. That's a nice palette. I mean, it wouldn't have been so bad if the kids had been kind and maybe not racist little shits. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that is Pokemon Coliseum music. I think that's the only Pokemon game that I actually really got into. I got all the way to the final boss, and then I died. And I don't know if you remember the final boss, and I think, like, he has, like, several forms. So I thought that I beat him. I'm like, oh, thank God that's over. And then he has another form. I got all the way to the top of that tower. Fought my way up. And then I died. Kids not being racist would definitely have been good. They've grown up by now, and I think they know better, maybe. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, kids can be little shits. And I think a lot of it is stuff that they learn from their parents, and one can only hope that they have matured since then and learn better. Let's hope so. I mean, kids are racist in non-religious schools too, at least in my town. The final boss in Coliseum is brutal. One of the hardest bosses in the entire Pokemon series. Oh, really? I believe it. It's been a long time since I played that game, and Arrow was actually playing it. I don't know if they're finished with it now. I haven't seen them stream it lately, but then again, they don't stream all that often. But, I need to rewatch, like, a playthrough, or just play the game myself again. Just so I can relive the horror of trying to beat that boss. He was relentless. So unkind. Did always want to try Pokemon Coliseum, but never got to it. Had the Game Boy game of Crystal and Yellow before moving all to the newest stuff. That's legit. That's what's up. Oh, Sims 3 music. Oh, there we go. I'd be very interested in watching your stream it sometime. Maybe if you want right after Spirit Tracks or something. Possibly. Although, I mean, I guess I could squeeze it somewhere in my rotation, but I plan to next stream Radiant Historia. You know of that game, right? It's basically like Radiata stories in Spirit. Remember to save. Good thinking, Nightbot. I have to give him a chin. It has to happen. I can't let Hap go around chinless. Bad things are gonna happen. Let's give him a chin right there. Just a little bitty chin there. It doesn't look too bad, right? I think it's okay. Oh, I've heard of it briefly. It obviously comes up considering the name and everything. Yeah. But yeah, Radiant Historia is a lot of the developers who worked on Radiata Stories also worked on Radiant Historia. And a lot of people, it has the nickname that's basically the spiritual successor of Radiata Stories. And it's similar to Radiata Stories in the way that it utilizes path splits, or like a split timeline, basically. But except in Radiata Stories, where there's only one point in the game where the path splits, in Radiant Historia there are multiple splits throughout the game, and you're able to go back in time and change the decision that you made. And it's kind of butterfly effecty. So if you like butterfly effect trope, I suggest trying it out. Hey, Gaga, going to bed soon. Alright. Have a good night, Shell. And congratulations on the affiliate. Guess I gotta go play it sometime and then give... And if the dev worked on it and everything, yep. What is English? I don't know. I'm probably not going to finish it today. That's kind of a given. I probably will not finish this today, but at least I had a fun time hanging out with you guys. I'll go for like half an hour more. Ark of Nepishtim. This is a nostalgic game. I first played this game in 2015 when I went to go visit Robbie for the first time. We played this game. I think it's it's on PlayStation 2, right? That's another good game. And Robbie's brother got stuck on this one enemy. I don't know if it was a boss or just a regular run-of-the-mill enemy, because basically he didn't bother to grind in the game, so it bit him in the ass later. He got to a point where it was statistically impossible for him to win the game, or to win the battle rather, and he couldn't go back. He couldn't go back and, you know, grind some more. He was just stuck in a place, so he essentially had to delete his file, start over, and not make the same mistake again. What is English if not a nonsensical bundle of arbitrary rules? I've been live for 3.5 hours. My speaking is gonna go down the drain eventually. Oh, guys, by the way, for those who don't know, there's gonna be movie night in Discord tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Watching Harold and Maude, and then after we watch it, we'll do a game night if there's enough people. We'll probably play Cards Against Humanity, or maybe we can give Jackbox a try. Yeah, that's brutal stuff. Oh gosh, it sounds like my Kingdom Hearts chain of memories run through when I was just... It was just bad luck on your end. Oh dear. That's the thing about JRPGs. If you don't put enough time into leveling up, you can really screw yourself over really quick. Like, for example, the boss battle with Natalie and Leonard at the beginning of the non-human path, if you're not leveled up enough, or not so much leveled up, but like if you're excuse me, if your max HP isn't up to a certain level, Natalie can instantly kill you with her Volti. So the trick that if you're in a situation where your max HP is less than her Volti, then invest in a weapon like I like to use the Leviathan because it's a spear, it's long range, and it can freeze. So what I usually do is I use the spear and I freeze Leonard, and then I just go to town on Natalie, and I basically do that so Natalie and Leonard aren't both ganging up on me at once. I can just like freeze Leonard and he'll leave me alone until he unfreezes. Yay games. I need to adjust my posture. I'm so disappointed in you guys. You guys never tell me to check my posture. You don't even have to use channel points. You could just say, hey, Henry, you're slouching again. I do remember getting defeated hard when I first played Radiata Stories and the Aphelion fight during the Fury. Yeah. But that also, and coupled with the City of White Knights, is intense. I think I'm gonna redo this soul thing. Get rid of it, and then do it on a separate layer. Oopsies. There we go. Soul. I'll finish this eventually. I promise, I swear to God. Jesus, hell. Well, I guess that's just an excuse for me to do another... art stream one of these days. 'Cause I feel like I don't do art streams enough. Any of you guys like Tai? That's a good game. I tried to stream that game, but it just kept on lagging on me, unfortunately. But I'm getting a gaming PC soon. I ordered it last night, and it should be shipped out within 3 to 5 weeks. So, soon. And when that happens, I'll be able to stream emulator games without the hassle. Undo. Well, I gotta catch up with this chat. You guys are very talkative tonight. Yeah, if you can't take the Volti Blast from her, it's, from her best to Volti Blast her first. Yeah, pretty much. If you have one. If you don't, good luck. Godspeed. Nice thing about Natalie is that even though you technically fight her twice in a row, back to back, it's only really the first fight that's hard. Yeah, because the first fight you're on your own, but the second fight you at least have the White Elves to help you. Haven't thought about Ty the Tasmanian Tiger in a long time. Yeah, and hopefully when I get my gaming PC and get everything all set up, I can go back to streaming games that would normally lag like crazy on my old-ass non-gaming laptop. Like, even though I didn't get very far in what I wanted to do, like, I was kind of hoping I would be able to finish this tonight, but even though I didn't, I can say I'm pretty satisfied with the stream. Had a lot of people show up, a couple raids here and there, some follows, a subscription. You guys have been very talkative. And I just like to sit here and vibe to my video game playlist. I like to listen to my music, my tunes. So it's been a good night. Okay. This one doesn't look as good as the last one. I plan to save up for a gaming PC and get a new battery for my current laptop. I thought about building a gaming PC for the longest time too. Yeah, actually that's originally what I was going to do myself. And James Garrick, he's gonna help me pick out parts. Cause like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know shit about building PCs. But he's just like, yeah, it's really easy. Like, I can suggest you some parts, and there are a lot of videos on YouTube about it can sort of walk you through it. And but when he was looking for parts, he found that most of them were out of stock. So he's just like, well, I found this one gaming PC that's in your price range. You might as well, like, I mean, if you want a PC right now, sooner rather than later, then this would be a good choice. And so I got a Ryzen Stage 3. I was originally going to get the Stage 2 with the boost, but they were out of it. I guess there's a high demand for gaming PCs these days. Like, I was a little bit nervous at the idea of building a PC, but also it was kind of exciting to think about. So I'm a little bit disappointed that I won't get to do that, but at the same time, it is what it is. Maybe I can build one later. It's okay. This one's alright. It's not the best, but I'll accept it. It's acceptable. There we go. Ah, shit. Where do I even begin? Same for mine, but I've been looking into good ones that at least have. Would love to finally get my PS2 emulator up and running without having to worry much about overheating the laptop. Yeah, I feel you on that. Mine doesn't so much overheat. I mean, it's not hot, but even though the fan's kind of spazzing out, but it's still laggy. I have to put the graphics setting to the lowest possible setting in order for it to not lag like crazy. I tried running it at the highest possible resolution, and it was awful. The speed, it was running at 3% speed. Not 30, not 13, 3. Single digit 3. I know. It was painful. I'm like, oh my god, it's so... The picture is so clear, but it's running so slow. In fact, when I was taking GIFs of those, you know, those GIFs of Quasar's human form that I posted to Tumblr, that, I was running it at the highest possible resolution, but, like, she was so slow to turn. Oh my god, it was awful. Anyway. Whoop. Microsoft's telling me that there's a problem with Windows Office. Okay. I don't really care, but that's alright. Well, I mean, I'm kind of at my breaking point with this right now. I don't really think I have much in me to go further with this tonight, but I'll probably pick this up maybe next week. I'm gonna raid somebody. Let's raid Regular. He's playing... I think he's playing his crossword thing again. Regular. So we're going to be raiding him. I'm going to put my cover up. There we go. And how do I do this? I do raid Regular. And for remember, guys, movie night and game night tomorrow in the Discord, the Algandar's Army Discord, starting at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Other than that, next week's schedule may be a little odd because depending on whether or not I end up breaking my laptop trying to put the fan in. You know. Oh, and by the way, when you raid him, remember to tell him that the elves have invaded. So, yeah. If I break my laptop in the process, I might not be streaming for a while, but just keep that in mind. Anyway, that's all for tonight. Thanks you guys for watching. I love you all the homo, and I'll see you next time.